On this journey towards heightened awareness, we are to examine the life-changing potential of 5 affirmations deeply rooted in ancient wisdom and spiritual teachings. These affirmations serve as a guide to transcend the mundane and embrace the extraordinary within ourselves and the universe. In this exploration, we will delve into each of these affirmations, each one acting as a stepping stone towards a deeper understanding of our existence and our connection with the divine. Affirming. Achieve freedom from fear. As we strive for greater awareness, we are faced with the powerful concept encapsulated in the first affirmation, the central act of ignorance, which is the false identification of ourselves. To truly grasp the depth of this idea, we must first understand that ignorance in this sense is not simply a lack of knowledge, but a fundamental misunderstanding of our true nature. It is the habit of viewing ourselves solely as physical beings defined by our bodies, possessions, and the material world around us. This misguided identification, according to ancient wisdom, is the root cause of our suffering and the source of many challenges in our lives. It leads us to see ourselves as separate from the interconnected web of existence, causing us to experience pain, suffering, and disease as we struggle with the impermanence and fluctuations of the material world. However, beyond this ever-changing realm lies the eternal world of the spirit. Embracing this affirmation calls for a significant shift in perspective, one that goes beyond the limitations of our physical existence. We are called to realize that the energy flowing through us has no inherent good or evil. It is our interpretation and perception of this energy that imbues it with qualities of right or wrong, good or bad, based on our conditioned beliefs and thoughts. By understanding that true identification lies in recognizing ourselves as spiritual beings temporarily inhabiting physical forms, we embark on a journey of transformation toward higher consciousness. This affirmation invites us to reframe our understanding of reality and empowers us to view the challenges and adversities in our lives as opportunities for growth and spiritual evolution. By acknowledging the profound impact of our thoughts and perceptions, we take the first step towards accessing higher consciousness and shifting our experience of life from one of suffering to one of spiritual awakening. Our journey towards a higher level of consciousness persists as we move on to the second affirmation. It echoes a profound wisdom that the peace of God can be found within all things, even in the midst of misery and disease. To truly understand the importance of this affirmation, we must also accept the concept that divine peace is not something to be sought externally, but rather an inherent quality within every aspect of existence. This peace goes beyond the superficial experiences in life. Affirming. Learning prioritizing people over things. The concept of suffering and turmoil is prevalent in our world, but it also calls us to recognize the underlying peace that exists within the universe. This idea of divine peace within all things serves as a testament to the interconnectedness of the spiritual and material realms. It suggests that our ability to tap into this peace lies within our capacity to cultivate a serene mind, one that remains undisturbed by external circumstances that often dictate our emotional state. When we achieve inner serenity, we become vessels for the peace of the divine to flow through us and manifest in our interactions with the world. By accepting this affirmation, we acknowledge the malleability of our perceptions of reality. We choose to see the peace within all things, even in the face of adversity. This shift in consciousness allows us to overcome suffering and disease, healing ourselves and others. As we attune ourselves to the peace of God, we become instruments of divine grace, radiating tranquility and blessings to those around us. The teachings of this affirmation align with the idea that we are, at our essence, spiritual beings temporarily inhabiting physical bodies. When we recognize this truth, we understand that the material world, with its inherent dualities and challenges, is just a temporary aspect of our existence. The peace we seek is not external, but rather a latent potential waiting to be unlocked within us. This insight invites us to embrace our role as conscious creators of our reality, shaping our experiences through the lens of inner peace. Affirming. Root connect with nature. The book, The Course in Miracles, presents the idea that there is a way to live in the world that goes beyond its external appearances. It suggests that by cultivating inner peace, we can continue to interact with the world in a similar manner to before, but with a changed demeanor. Our foreheads become serene, our eyes radiate quietude, and our interactions with others exude a sense of inner harmony. As others begin to recognize this transformation within us, they too reflect our serenity in their responses, demonstrating the profound impact of accessing the peace of God within ourselves. This ripple effect offers a glimpse into the immense potential of higher consciousness. The third affirmation departs from conventional notions of sin, declaring it non-existent. Instead, it reframes our actions and choices as potential obstacles on our path to union with the divine. This challenges us to re-evaluate our moral judgments and perceptions of wrongdoing, emphasizing that the universe does not inherently label our actions as sinful. To fully comprehend this concept, we must let go of our ego's need to judge. Affirming. Contributing to uplifting humanity. It is important to acknowledge that the affirmation should not be seen as a way to absolve ourselves from responsibility for our actions. Instead, it invites us to see our behaviors as opportunities for growth and transformation. When we harm others or go against ethical principles, we are not condemned as sinners, but rather offered a chance to remove obstacles that hinder our connection with the divine. This shifts our focus from guilt and shame to constructive self-reflection and spiritual growth. By embracing this affirmation, we are encouraged to acknowledge our mistakes and the consequences of our actions, while still believing in the possibility of redemption and healing. We must recognize that our challenges are not punishments, but rather stepping stones on the path to spiritual growth and union with God. The fourth affirmation introduces us to the power of unwavering truthfulness, urging us to be steadfast in living a life of authenticity and honesty. This goes beyond just speaking the truth, but also encompasses living in alignment with our higher selves and being free from the distortions of falsehood. At its core, this affirmation reminds us that truth is not just about factual accuracy, but also about aligning our thoughts, words, and actions with the profound truth of our spiritual essence. When we embody our spiritual authenticity, our very presence can be a source of blessing and healing for others. We are all inherently divine, and by living authentically, we can inspire and uplift those around us. Affirming. Self-growth and the inner work. The belief that we possess the ability to create spiritual miracles is deeply ingrained in our consciousness. By living in truth and authenticity, we can radiate positive effects on the world around us. This principle teaches us that these miracles are not just limited to extraordinary displays of supernatural power, but can also be manifested in the profound and transformative impact we have on others. Our words and actions, aligned with divine truth, can create a ripple effect of healing and blessings. However, in order to fully embody this principle, we must confront the ways in which we compromise our authenticity. We are reminded to reflect on the masks we wear, the lies we propagate, and the ways in which we hide our true selves. It challenges us to consider how we conceal our true selves by choosing to live in falsehood. By remaining steadfast in our commitment to truth, we embark on a journey towards higher consciousness characterized by inner and outer integrity, authenticity, and the potential to radiate profound spiritual influence. The final affirmation urges us to refrain from causing harm to others. It calls upon us to maintain an unwavering commitment to avoiding thoughts and actions that may cause harm to any living being. At its core, this principle serves as a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all life forms and the far-reaching impact of our thoughts and intentions. Affirming this principle means recognizing that every action, no matter how small, has an impact on the universe. The ripples of our thoughts and intentions spread through the collective consciousness of the universe, much like the ripples in a pond. By choosing to abstain from causing harm to others, we contribute to a harmonious cosmic symphony. In this symphony, every note and every being plays a crucial role in the grand tapestry of creation. This affirmation echoes the teachings of spiritual luminaries such as Saint Francis, who devoted his life to love, compassion, and the well-being of all creatures. Saint Francis's example demonstrates the transformative power of abstaining from harm, showing that it goes beyond mere actions and encompasses our very essence. When we embody this principle, we emit a frequency of compassion and universal harmony that surpasses language and cultural barriers. This draws all living beings towards us, creating a gesture of peace and acceptance. In addition, this statement emphasizes the concept that our thoughts possess immense potential for creativity. By committing to avoiding harmful thoughts, we not only contribute to our own inner peace, but also impact the energies that surround us. It is through this intention of non-harm that we become instruments of healing, fostering an environment of trust, love, and understanding in our interactions with others. In a world often characterized by conflicts and divisions, this affirmation challenges us to rise above discord and cultivate a state of love and compassion within ourselves. By embracing this principle, we contribute to the creation of a more compassionate and harmonious world where enmity and pain, which often define human interactions, can be replaced with unity and understanding. Ultimately, this affirmation serves as a reminder that our journey towards higher consciousness is intricately linked to our ability to extend love and non-harm to all beings. In conclusion, these affirmations act as guiding lights, illuminating the path towards spiritual awakening. They remind us that our perception of reality can be altered, and our actions can hold profound meaning when we connect with the divine within ourselves and all living beings. As we embrace these affirmations, we move closer to the realization that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it, capable of manifesting miracles through the power of consciousness.